A lawyer who has spent 15 years working inside the system just broke their silence. What they revealed will change how you see your phone, your computer, and every device in your home. You are being watched right now, not just by one group, but by multiple entities tracking your every move. This video might not stay up for long. Powerful forces don't want you to know what I'm about to share. They've already tried to stop similar information from spreading. Watch this before it disappears. What you're about to learn affects you directly. This lawyer worked for major tech companies and government contractors for over a decade. They signed agreements that could land them in serious legal trouble for speaking out. But what they discovered was too important to stay silent about. They've seen documents that most people will never access. Internal memos, contracts, and data reports that reveal the true scope of surveillance. Last month, something happened that made them decide to risk everything. They saw how this information was being used against ordinary people. People just like you. They're sharing this anonymously because they've seen what happens to whistleblowers. But the evidence they've collected is real. The paper trail exists. The systems they're exposing are operating right now as you watch this. This is insider knowledge that was never meant to reach the public. The surveillance happening right now goes far beyond what most people imagine. It's not just your phone listening to your conversations. It's not just targeted ads following you around the internet. Every device in your home that connects to the internet is collecting data about you. Your smart TV watches what you watch and when. Your fitness tracker knows your health patterns. Your car's GPS system records everywhere you go. But here's what most people don't know. All of this information is being shared between companies and government agencies. They've built a complete profile of who you are. They know your habits, your beliefs, your relationships, and your daily routine down to the minute. They can predict what you'll do before you do it. You're not just another user in their system. You're a target for behavior analysis, prediction algorithms, and control mechanisms that operate in the background of your life. Right now, as you watch this, multiple systems are tracking you. Like this video right now before it gets taken down. This information needs to reach as many people as possible. The lawyer's documents reveal a network of watches that most people never think about. Government agencies collect data through legal programs that expanded after 2001. They track communications, locations, and financial transactions. Tech companies collect even more. Every search you make, every message you send, every photo you take gets stored in their servers. They build profiles more detailed than you could imagine. But there's a third group most people forget about. Data brokers buy and sell your information to anyone willing to pay. Insurance companies, employers, banks, marketing firms, and private investigators. These three groups share information with each other. What the government collects gets sold to companies. What companies collect gets shared with governments. What data brokers gather gets distributed to both. They create a complete picture of your life from every angle. Your political views from your social media. Your health concerns from your searches. Your financial situation from your purchases. Your location from your phone. They know who your friends are, what time you wake up, where you shop, what you eat, and what you worry about at night. They've mapped your entire existence. Type watching in the comments right now. It helps this video reach more people before they try to suppress it. The lawyer's files reveal the real reasons behind this massive surveillance system. It's not primarily about security or catching criminals. Those are just the public justifications. The main goal is behavior prediction. Advanced algorithms analyze your patterns to predict what you'll do next. What you'll buy, how you'll vote, whether you'll pay your bills on time, if you'll quit your job. This prediction data is worth billions. Companies pay massive amounts to know what you'll do before you do it. They use it to manipulate your decisions through targeted content and carefully timed messages. Financial institutions use your data to decide if you're a credit risk. They look at factors you'd never expect: the places you shop, the time you spend online, even the people in your contact list. Insurance companies analyze your behavior to adjust your rates. They don't just look at your driving record. They track your location patterns, your shopping habits, and your social connections to build risk profiles. Employers check your data before hiring. They see information that never appears on your resume: your social media activity, your spending patterns, your health searches, your political views. Scoring systems rank you as a citizen. These scores affect loan approvals, job opportunities, housing applications, and more. Most people don't even know these scores exist. You're being watched to predict, control, and profit from your behavior. The lawyers showed documents revealing the specific data points collected about every person. The depth of this information is shocking. They have your location history down to the minute. Every place you've been in the last several years. How long you stayed. Who you met. What route you took to get there. Your private conversations are recorded even when you think your phone is off. Voice assistants collect audio constantly. That data gets analyzed for keywords, emotions, and purchasing intent. They know your purchasing patterns down to the dollar. What you buy, when you buy it, where you shop, how you pay. This reveals your income level, your priorities, and your financial stability. Your health data comes from multiple sources: medical searches, fitness apps, food purchases, pharmacy records. They build a complete health profile without ever seeing your doctor's files. Your social connections are mapped in detail: who you talk to, how often, what you discuss. They know your family structure, your friend groups, your professional network. Your political views are tracked through your content consumption: what news you read, what posts you like, what groups you join. They categorize you politically with high accuracy. Your browsing history reveals your interests, fears, desires, and secrets. If you want to support independent journalism that exposes the truth, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. This video might get removed soon, and your support helps create more content that fights back against the surveillance state. Every contribution matters. Share this video immediately. Send it to everyone you know. This information needs to spread before it's taken down. Here's what the lawyer found most disturbing. All of this surveillance is technically legal. They've built an entire system around loopholes that most people don't understand. Every time you click "I agree" on terms of service, you're giving permission for data collection. But these agreements are hundreds of pages long and written in legal language. Nobody reads them, and companies know it. The third-party doctrine is a major loophole. Once you share information with a third party, like a phone company or social media platform, you lose privacy rights to that data. Courts ruled that you voluntarily gave it up. Data sharing agreements allow companies to pass your information around freely. What you tell one company gets shared with dozens of others through these contracts. Most people never know it's happening. The laws protecting your privacy were written before the internet existed. They don't account for smartphones, social media, or smart home devices. Companies exploit these outdated regulations constantly. Courts have expanded surveillance powers over the years through rulings most people never heard about. These decisions created new ways for both companies and governments to legally monitor citizens. Consent is manufactured through interface design. Apps and websites are built to make you click yes without thinking. Dark patterns trick you into agreeing to surveillance you don't understand. This is why most people have no idea how much they are being watched. Subscribe to this channel right now to stay informed. They might target this channel next for removal. The lawyer didn't just make claims. They brought receipts. Real documents that prove everything they're saying is true. Internal company memos discuss how to collect maximum data while keeping users unaware. These documents use language like user engagement and data optimization to hide what they are really doing. Government contracts with tech companies reveal direct payment for user data. Public money funds private surveillance. The agreements specify what information gets shared and how often. Data sharing arrangements between companies show information trading on a massive scale. Your data moves between corporations constantly. Each transfer adds more to your profile. The scope of classified programs became clear through leaked documents. Programs that collect phone records, internet traffic, and location data on millions of people. These operations continue today. Whistleblower testimony corroborates what the documents show. People who worked inside these systems describe the surveillance capabilities in detail. Their accounts match the paper trail. Court records that are technically public but buried in legal databases reveal how surveillance evidence gets used. Cases where data collection played a role but never made headlines. The evidence is overwhelming once you know where to look. The lawyer warns that current surveillance is nothing compared to what's being built right now. New technology will make today's monitoring look basic. Artificial intelligence systems are being deployed to analyze surveillance data automatically. They can scan millions of people simultaneously, flagging anyone who matches certain patterns. Facial recognition cameras are spreading through cities worldwide. Soon it will be impossible to move through public spaces without being identified and tracked. Smart city infrastructure connects every sensor into one network. Traffic cameras, building security, public Wi-Fi, all feeding into central systems that track everyone's movements. Central bank digital currencies are being tested in multiple countries. Unlike cash, digital currency tracks every transaction. Nothing you buy will be private anymore. Social credit systems similar to those in other countries are being designed for wider use. Your behavior gets scored, and that score affects your access to services, travel, and opportunities. The plans exist in documents the lawyer has seen. Implementation is already beginning in some places. If this continues unchecked, total surveillance becomes permanent. The window to push back is closing. Super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more helps fund the legal protection needed to continue these investigations. Fighting takedown attempts and suppression requires resources. Your contribution is an investment in truth and freedom. Help keep this information flowing while it's still possible. Comment expose below right now. It helps fight the algorithm suppression and keeps this video from being buried. The lawyer shared practical steps you can take immediately to reduce your surveillance exposure. Total privacy is nearly impossible now, but you can make yourself a harder target. Start with your phone settings. Turn off location services for apps that don't absolutely need them. Disable microphone access for apps unless you're actively using them. Review app permissions and remove anything unnecessary. Stop using apps and services from the biggest data collectors when alternatives exist. Switch to privacy-focused browsers. Use encrypted messaging apps for sensitive conversations. Choose email providers that don't scan your messages. Privacy tools like VPNs help hide your internet activity from your service provider. But understand their limitations. VPNs don't make you invisible. Choose reputable providers that don't keep logs of your activity. Adjust browser privacy settings to block third-party cookies and trackers. Use private browsing mode for sensitive searches. Clear your browsing history regularly. Change social media privacy settings to limit who can see your information. Better yet, reduce your social media presence entirely. Every post adds to your profile. Data broker sites sell your information to anyone who pays. You can opt out of many of these sites, but it takes time and effort. Search for data removal services or do it manually. The lawyer emphasizes this won't give you complete privacy, but it reduces your exposure significantly. Make yourself less valuable as a surveillance target. The lawyer wants people to understand that surveillance connects to much larger control systems. This isn't just about privacy. It's about power and freedom. Your data gets used for social engineering on a massive scale. Algorithms learn what content influences you, then feed you more of it. Your reality gets shaped by what they choose to show you. The long-term implications for freedom are serious. When everything you do is monitored and recorded, it changes behavior. People self-censor. They avoid certain topics, certain searches, certain associations. Democracy depends on freedom of thought and expression. Surveillance creates a chilling effect. People become afraid to speak freely when they know they are being watched and categorized. Dissent is being tracked and categorized systematically. Attend a protest, sign a petition, join certain groups, and you get flagged in databases. Your score changes. Your profile gets marked. If this system continues unchecked, we move toward a future where control becomes total, where prediction becomes so accurate that manipulation becomes invisible. This is a historical moment. The choice is being made right now. Like, comment, and share this video immediately before it gets removed. Download it if you can. Everyone needs to see this. Spread this information now. The lawyer's main warning is simple but urgent. The surveillance system is already built and operating. It grows more powerful every day. Most people have no idea how much they are being watched. You are being monitored right now. Your data is being collected, analyzed, and sold. Your behavior is being predicted and influenced. Your freedom is being quietly reduced. The choice is between privacy and total surveillance, between freedom and control. That choice is being made right now, today, in this moment. Watch this before it's gone. The truth is here while it lasts.